Turkey and the U.S. have begun talks to resolve their differences related to F-35 fifth-generation Joint Strike Fighter program. In an interview telecasted on public broadcaster TRT, Turkish presidential spokesman Ibrahim Kalin stated that discussion is being carried out at a bilateral level and not under NATO supervision. Viewers may note that Turkey's acquisition of the Russian S-400 air defense system prompted the Trump administration to remove Turkey from the F-35 program in July. Mr. Kalin said, "The two presidents appointed me and U.S. National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien at the White House meeting. We're starting to work on it as I speak." He added, S-400 system can be used independently without being integrated into NATO defense system. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why the U.S. and Turkey are trying to resolve F-35 differences. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by War Thunder, the most comprehensive military vehicle online game for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, in which you can go to battle on more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s. The game has an amazing attention to detail and focuses on a realistic combat experience, which is why knowing your vehicles and skill really makes a difference. It's easy to get into, and all you need to play is nothing more but your mouse and keyboard or controller. Immerse yourself in cross-platform combat with more than 20 million other military vehicle enthusiasts from all over the world. Download and play War Thunder for free using the link in the description below, and also get a free bonus tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account. The Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II, which is a single-seat, single-engine, all-weather stealth multi-role fighter, is undergoing final development and testing by the United States. The Pentagon began the F-35 program in 2001 with an aim to develop a cost-effective replacement for the U.S. military's F-15, F-16, and F-18 fighter, bomber, and reconnaissance aircraft, as well as A-10 close air support warplanes. Apart from the United States, the primary customer and financial backer, the United Kingdom, Italy, the Netherlands, Canada, Turkey, Australia, Norway, and Denmark are also part of the program. Many other nations like Japan and Israel are deploying the fighters. 3 to 4 years back, the F-35 program was deemed doomed. There were critical bugs being discovered almost daily and program costs rising. But things have changed for the good. The F-35 Lightning II is coming into its own. A new contract for 478 aircraft has been signed by the manufacturer. The deal is worth $34 billion and is the biggest to date. Importantly, the cost has reduced considerably, and now U.S. Air Force will get the F-35 for $80 million apiece. Turkey has more than 100 F-35s on order. It's already received 2 F-35s. S-400 Triumph is an anti-aircraft weapon system developed by Russia's Almaz Central Design Bureau in the 1990s as an upgrade to the S-300 family. It's been in service with the Russian Armed Forces since 2007. It's designed to defend against aircraft including fifth-generation stealth fighters, bombers, AWACS, cruise missiles, and ballistic missiles. It's considered one of the most powerful air defense systems in the world. In July 2017, Turkey reportedly signed the deal to acquire the S-400 air defense system from Russia. It took delivery of the S-400 in July this year. Turkey has insisted that since it currently has Cold War-era surface-to-air missile system, it requires an upgrade, and S-400 fits in perfectly. It's to be noted that Turkey had repeatedly asked for the Patriot air defense system from the U.S., but was rejected by the Obama administration. The Patriot PAC-3 is now being offered to it, but Turkey is no longer interested in it. Turkish President Erdogan was quoted by NTV as saying, "One S-400 is worth 3 Patriots. If the conditions are equal to the S-400 deal, we would buy Patriots, but if they're not, we'll have to think of our interests." There are 3 main reasons for the opposition of S-400. First, NATO as an organization likes to have interoperability, so the Russian system will be out of place and reduce tactical flexibility. Second, when Turkey operates the jets in the airspace which is monitored by S-400, S-400 will be able to gather technical data, such as radar signature of the F-35s. This could potentially pass into Russian hands and could undercut the main advance of F-35s. That's stealth. Third, S-400 could be hooked to Turkish air defense as part of an integrated air defense setup. This could be a major security breach, as having the S-400 linked into Turkish defense networks could potentially give Russian analysts access to sensitive information that passes through the cloud-based Multinational Autonomic Logistics Information System (ALIS) system of F-35s. ALIS has critical mission data and flight routes. Many important people have expressed reservations when it comes to F-35 sales to Turkey if it acquired the S-400. U.S. Army General Curtis Scaparrotti, the head of U.S. forces in Europe, told a Senate Armed Services Committee, "My best military advice would be that we don't then follow through with the F-35. Flying it or working with an ally that's working with Russian systems, particularly air defense systems, with what I would say is probably one of the most advanced technological capabilities." NATO Allied Air Commander General Todd Walters had stated, "Anything that an S-400 can do that affords it the ability to better understand a capability like the F-35 is certainly not to the advantage of the coalition." U.S. President Donald Trump indicated in July that the U.S. will not sell F-35 fighter jets to Turkey. Trump had told reporters during a cabinet meeting at the White House, "It's a very tough situation that they're in, and it's a very tough situation that we've been placed in the United States." Turkey had stated that the S-400 would not be integrated into NATO systems and hence would not pose a threat to the alliance. Removal of Turkey from F-35 countries is a loss for NATO as well as Turkey. Turkey, being one of the major partners, is responsible for the production of certain components of the F-35 and would have also provided maintenance support to other European customers of the jet. Turkish companies are responsible for 937 parts used to build the F-35, and 400 of these are solely sourced from Turkish firms. It's to be noted that Turkey is not only an important player in the F-35 program, but is also an important NATO member. So Turkey's eviction will hurt the F-35 program in terms of cost escalation as well as delivery schedule. Failure to acquire F-35s will impact Turkey too. The only other fifth-generation fighter alternative it has is the Russian Sukhoi Su-57, but that fighter has many issues. India last year decided to stop working with Russia on the fifth-generation fighter aircraft program, or FGFA. FGFA was deemed to be an improved and customized variant of Su-57. One of the main reasons for this is that the Su-57 was found to have suspect stealth capabilities. Russia is also facing problems in developing a reliable jet engine for it. Viewers may note that Russia has itself cut the Su-57 orders. On May 15, 2019, Russian President Vladimir Putin revealed that a procurement plan is being laid out for acquiring 76 Su-57s. These jets are expected to be deployed by 2028. The Kremlin previously planned to have 150 of these aircraft in service by 2020. President Trump has blamed the Obama administration for the impasse and stated, "As soon as they found out they were going to have to buy the missiles, comparable missiles, not as good a missile, but a comparable almost missile from Russia, all of a sudden everybody started rushing and saying to Turkey, 'Okay, we'll sell you the Patriot missile.' But by that time, Turkey had already signed and paid a lot of money to Russia for the missile system that they were not allowed to buy here, foolishly, because Turkey's a NATO member. It remains to be seen how things pan out in the future."
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.